welcome to Frontier Opening Bell. It's a Friday, the 15th of October. Let's get the show started. I am Bosin Omofaye. The African markets were part of the rally that we saw globally. On Thursday, the Nigerian market surged with a lot of serious buying still in the banking sector, still holding the 41,000 level very strong. The BRVM printed a bit bigger on the composite index of 27 basis points. The Egyptian market, much even more bigger than Nigeria, and the BRVM leading the Northern African corridor and West Africa at 1.05%. That's quite a very big day for the Egyptian bulls. The Nairobi stock market printed 0.5%. The JSE printed 1.26%, the biggest among some of the markets we cover for you on a daily basis here. The resources, mining resource companies were the big names on the ticker for the South African market on Thursday. So let's start our round on the news across the East African market, where Uganda's central bank has decided to leave its monetary policy rate unchanged at 6.5%, along with the rest of the sub-Saharan African central bank that have conducted their monetary policy meetings between September and now. We have a few more on the radar between now and the end of the month. And MTN Uganda is picking Kenyan Investment Bank to assist with its IPO within the East African community. The Ugandan MTN is being priced at 200 Ugandan shillings and is being offered to citizens of the East African community. And in Kenya, members of the parliament are probing ministries over unutilized loans, about 1.6 billion shillings. The MPs are going to be asking the ministries to return those funds to the treasury. And the Bank of Tanzania has accepted treasury bills worth about 182 billion shillings, which was overbought 4.7 times at the auction, which was conducted this week by the central bank. And serious apple juice has recalled in 7 countries over because of high toxin levels. That's the serious apple juice is kind of juice that is consumed widely and is distributed widely worldwide, including markets such as Nigeria. Now you're looking at the West African market, where the Nigerian Exchange yesterday announced the relaunching of its market-making program, which was designed to deepen the market. It was first introduced in 2012. The market makers will now be able to make markets on listed securities, and they will not be restricted to a portfolio of a basket of shares that are assigned to them by the exchange, but they'll be free to choose which companies to make market. But the investors will be the one to decide the closing price of those stocks on a daily basis, and not the market makers. Then the head of the Nigerian Exchange Group, Oscar Onyema, who also doubles as a non-executive director on Nigerian Exchange Limited, yesterday evening resigned as a non-executive director of Nigerian Exchange Limited in line with good corporate governance, because Oscar Onyema is the head of the company being listed today, and against corporate governance for him to be on the exchange of which is the shares of his company is being listed. We're looking at the NGX listing later today about 3 o'clock Nigerian time. Airtel Africa, listed in Lagos and London exchanges, is set to announce its half-year results on October the 28th. Just give it about 2 weeks from now. We're looking at this big news coming through. And Togolese investors lost closely about roughly at least a little over 20 billion CFA franc in cryptocurrency scam. That is huge, with warnings that's been heard from around the world about cryptocurrencies. Then Occidental Petroleum is selling 2 Ghana offshore fields for $750 million, pulling out of the oil industry in upstream sector in Ghana. And big miners are reconsidering Congo and Zambia as copper price surges. Zambia and Congo are two of the largest copper producing countries in Africa and 2 of the largest in the world. Take me straight to the Southern African market, where MTN IHS Towers offers $21 per share for a New York listing. That debut was made yesterday on the New York Stock Exchange. The shares declined slightly on the debut trading, but it's now there. The company's IHS has towers of about worth roughly double-digit billions of dollars across Africa, and is part of those who got the spin-off of the towers business from MTN, Airtel Africa, and a whole lot of others. South Africa's steel industry lost about 500 million rand in output due to the ongoing strike by NUMSA, the Union of Mine Workers in South Africa. And ESCOM, he says, is seeking funding for its 400 billion rand energy plan. The troubled energy utility giant in South Africa is looking for more money to get on with conversion from dirty energy to clean energy, and that is part of what ESCOM is looking for. ICASA, he said, is going to fight Telkom over the spectrum withdrawal. The agency responsible for telecommunications spectrum sale in South Africa, ICASA, is in a kind of a face-off over time with Telkom and a few other telco operators in South Africa over the spectrum licensing, and the last hasn't really been heard of those fiscals, by the way. And USAID is giving fresh $11.3 million funding for Zambia, small and medium enterprises. Investors and agencies seem to be warming up to the new administration in Lusaka under President Hichilema after Edgar Lungu lost the election a couple of months ago. And the IMF has lowered Zimbabwe's 2021 growth forecast outlook to 5.1%, but that is still much higher than 2.6% for Nigeria and a few other countries. 5.1% for Zimbabwe, that's a big one for the Southern African economy. Okay, let's wrap it up on the North African market, where Egypt is has entered JPMorgan's Emerging Market Government Bond Index, the GMBI, which is a major index for emerging markets, economies and markets. Got Nigeria exited a couple of years ago around the country's recession in 2015-2016. Now, Egypt has now been admitted into this Emerging Market Government Bond Index. Congratulations. That's what you get. Then Sonic says it's inked 1.57 billion Egyptian pounds long-term syndicated loan, while Morocco's central bank says 17 billion dirhams is overdue in debt in 2 years. And remittances, according to the MCB, is to rise to 27.7% in 2021 and dip 5% to $9.1 billion in 2022. That's according to Morocco's central bank. That's talking about remittances for the North African economy. And Tunisia says it needs targeted reforms to stabilize the economy. That's according to the IMF. The United States authorities have asked the Tunisian authorities and the President Said to sit down to talk with the IMF in order to get the country's economy running and to be eligible for another round of facility support from the IMF. Let's keep it there for today as we head into the weekend. Thank God it's Friday, everyone. I'll see you again on Monday, bright and early. Bye for now.